Alright. Make sure sound's picking up. Okay. That's good. Sound I'm using a cheap mic, so the sound's not gonna be very high quality. Don't expect much. Today is the 10th, so I don't think anybody's gonna have time with C14, so I'll do number 15. And I think 15 is probably the harder one because it requires calculate. Well, no. We'll just see. No, it's just more solving equations. Alright, let's do these. Oops. Wasn't it? There we go. Oh, I can't. Gotta do this. There we go, half and half. We are going to solve every other problem. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Number 1, homework. Ooh. We want thicker pencil. So this is homework number 15. We are number 1 right now. I was going to write now. 360. Math 360, homework 15, chapter 7. And it is solving equations with parentheses. Of course, to solve an equation with parentheses, we need to know how to distribute to simplify first, and probably combine like terms at the same time. And we have to follow the rule of cannot combine like terms that are on different sides of the equal sign. Let's see. Change to blue. 3 times y. 3 times 6 is plus 18. Negative 4 times y. Negative 4 times negative 1. Positive 4. And the last, we need to combine like terms. This is all step 1 of simplify. Very first step of equations. Minus 4 minus 14 is negative 10. Now you want to put the constants on the same side. Minus 18. And minus 28. Negative 2 negatives we have to add up. Negative 10 minus 18 is negative 28. We need to move the variables to the other side. Right, so we have a plus 4y, plus 4y. This adds up to 7y equals negative 28. Divided by 7, divided by 7. We have y equals negative 4. Type in the negative 4. And it checks out okay. If this was a test, you'd have to save, you would have to plug it into the original problem and check it. So, right, next problem. We'll skip into number 3. Ooh, the exact same thing, but it looks a little bit more nastier. 4 times x minus 3 plus 3 times x plus 3 equals 18 minus 3x. Same thing, distribution. 4x minus 12 plus 3x plus 9. Combine like terms. 4x plus 3x is 7x. Negative 12 plus 9 adds up to negative 3. I want the numbers on the right side, so I'm going to add 3 to both sides. 7x equals, let's write the negative 3x first, and then 18 plus 3 is 21. Add 3x to move the variables to the other side. 10x equals 21. Last step is to divide by the coefficient, which is the 10, only the 10. And we have 21 over 10. 21 divided by 10. Can't be reduced. 10 has a 2 and a 10 has a 2 and a 5, and the top does not. Has a 3 and a 7. The commons. Number 5 is the same thing. So we have 27 of these. All these are the same problem. So, number 5. Strongly suggest you guys learn how to do this. Otherwise, if you don't get faster at this, it's going to be a lot of work. 2y minus 1 minus 15. Negative 5y minus 5. 10y minus 5. I'm tackling that minus 15. Negative 5y minus 5 equals 10y, and that adds up to negative 20. I'm going to add 5, even though that's probably not optimal, and the reason why is because I want the y on the left side. We have negative 5y equals 10y minus 15. Negative 20 plus 5, negative 15. Minus 10y minus 10y. Move variables to the other side. Negative 15y equals negative 15. Hey, look at that. The same number divided by the coefficient, we get y equals 1. Interesting answer. Good work. Ooh, now we're into fractions. Okay. So number 7. Oops, wrong color. Number 7. Number 7 is x over 6 plus x over 15 equals 7. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, because it's the equation with fractions, the very first thing I'm going to do is remove fractions by multiplying both sides of the equation by the LCD, lowest common denominator, of all the fractions in the equation. So we have a fraction, denominator 6, which is 2 times 3. We have a denominator 15, which is a 3 times 5. And to find the LCD, all I have to ask myself is, what is the 6 jealous of or missing that the 15 has? Well, the 15 has a 5, and the 6 does not. So there it is. 2 times 3 times 5 is the LCD, which is 30. We check that 3 times 5 is 15, but it's missing a 2, so 15 times 2 would make it a 30. So there we go. So the LCD, I'm going to do it in purple. The LCD is 30. So I'm multiplying both sides by 30. 30, when I multiply 30 times the LCD times a fraction, I am going to divide first. So 30 divided by 6 is 5. 5 times x is 5x. And this is what you always do for LCDs, because by definition they will always divide evenly. 30 divided by 15 is 2. Oh, by the way, it's always going to be equal to the red. See, 30 divided by 6 is the red 5. 30 divided by 15 is the red 2. So 2 times x is 2x. That's a weird coincidence. And if I'm going to multiply 7 times 30, it's just 7 times 3 is 21, add on the 0. Or 7 times 30 is 210. I'll do that. Combine like terms, we get 7x equals 210. And divide by 7. Weird. It's going to go back to 30. We just multiply by 7 and then divide by 7. Back to 30. If there were any variables in the denominator, we would check for 0 under undefined. That is, anything divided by 0 is undefined. I'm not allowed to have that. That was not so bad. And it's probably another fraction. There we go. Number 9. 3x plus 5 over 3 equals 14 over 5. Now this LCD is clearly 15. Anytime you have primes 3 and unique primes 5, just multiply the primes together and that'll be the LCD. I could do the trick of what's 3 jealous of 5, so there we go, 3 times 5 is LCD. 15 times 3 is pretty tough, but if you go 15, 30, 45, you can get the multiples of 15 pretty easily. Anytime you multiply LCD times fraction, you always divide first. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 5 times 5 is 25. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 3 times 14 is a little bit too hard to do in your head. You want to put that on scratch paper. 3 times 4 is 12, carry the 1, 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4, so I got 42. And that's one of the reasons why we divide first, because if I did 15 times 14, whew, the amount of work you'd have to do is going to be way too much. Minus 25 to both sides of the equation. Minus 25 to both sides of the equation. 45x equals, I'm going to borrow 1. 12 minus 5 is 7. Minus 2 is 17. Whew. Okay, 17 is a prime number, so it cannot reduce with 45, so that should be the answer. That is a very interesting answer there. And nice work. Alright, all these fraction equations. Definitely no shortage. I think I could do number 11 on the same page. And the reason why this is easier, I think, in my opinion, because there's only one denominator. Ironically, that is the LCD2. 7 times x plus 7 is just x, because 7 cancels out. 7x and 56. I think I did this one in class. 8x equals 56. Divided by 8, divided by 8. Yeah, we did this one in class. 7. So I did it in class and online. So no reason to miss that one. Whoa, that's weird. Oh, gotta go to 13. Woo. Now, 5 is prime, 2 is prime, so 5 times 2 is 10. And since that equals the other denominator, that is definitely the LCD. They didn't want to make this one with 3 denominators too much work, so they made a lot of common factors, 5 and 2. Yeah. I'm getting tired, and it's only, what are we, only halfway done? Jeez. These problems are taking me a long time. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times x. And 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times 1. Minus 6 minus 6. We have 5x equals negative 5. Divided by 5 divided by 5. And x equals negative 1. Negative 1. Alright, it's not too bad. Another fraction problem. And another fraction problem. This one looks a lot easier, just like the number 11, I think. Oops. This is number 15. We have y over 4 plus y equals 25. Let me do this one in orange. There's only one denominator, which is the LCD2. 4 times y over 4, it's just the 4's canceling out. 4 times y is 4y. 4 quarters is 100. Add y plus 4y is 5y. And 100 divided by 5, y equals 20. Type that in, 20. Not bad. Let's see. The sum, well, the sum means the sum has to be in parentheses. So 5 and a number is 5 plus n in parentheses. So right away, 5 plus n in parentheses is only a and c. And multiply by 9, so 9 times 5 plus n, automatically that one is 81. Alright. That's a free one for you guys, number 16. Wait, oh, hold on. Oh gosh. 9 times 9 is 81, so it has to be 4 plus 5. I just did that one in my head. You guys should have to solve that one. Like distribution. That wasn't a problem I'm showing you guys. Number 17 is a word problem. And now we are in 7.5 still. So first of all, the perimeter, I think we're talking about perimeter, yeah, the perimeter of this rectangle is equal to 2 times length plus 2 times width. Okay, the information given is Find the value of x given the rectangle if the perimeter is 66. Well, P, the perimeter of the rectangle, is 66. What's the length? Well, the length is x plus 17. It says right there, length equals x plus 17. Plug it in, x plus 17. What's the width? Well, the width is 14, given in the diagram. 66 equals 2 times x, and what's 2 times 17? 34. 2 times 14 is 28. Let's simplify this. Step 1. We'll solve an equation. Simplify. 34 plus 28 is 62. Right. Step 1, move constants to one side. Or step 2, move constants to one side. We have 4 equals 2x. Step 3, variables on one side, check. And step 4, divided by the coefficient, which is 2 in this case. X equals 2. Gotta have the right units. The units going around this thing are in meters. So 1 dimension meters. Area is squared and volume is cubed. Excellent. Ooh, Pythagorean theorem. This one, number 18, is Pythagorean theorem. Don't forget for 18, you have to use the leg squared plus the other leg squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. That's actually a pretty tough one. Maybe I should do this one. Right. 18. The first leg is x, so we will call that x. The second leg b is x plus 47, looks like. You have to put that in parentheses. Wow, that is a very large number. And the other one is x plus 49. I think they had to use large numbers for a reason. Whew. Big problem. Oh no, never mind. Pythagorean theorem. No. It is perimeter. Perimeter is the sum of the sides. The sum of the sides is one side plus the other side plus the last side is equal to, in their case, perimeter 144. Okay. Just add up x plus 47 plus x plus 49 equals 144. Skip that one. Number 19. Number 19. We have the supplementary angles. The first angle plus the second angle is equal to 180 degrees. Supplementary. The first angle is 4x minus 6. Oops. 4x minus 6, and the other angle is 3x minus 1, or minus 10, equals 180. You put those in parentheses, but it doesn't matter in this case because it's addition. 4 plus 3 is 7x, minus 6, minus 10 is minus 16. Step 1 is done. Step 2 is move the constants to one side. That's the add 16 step. 7x equals 196. Step 3, move constants of the variables to one other side. Done. Step 4, divide by the coefficient. 196 divided by 7. If you don't know how to do this, you can do long division on the side. 7 goes to 19 2 times. That's 14. Subtract. 56. 7 and 56 8 times. So it's 28. X is 28. 28, but it'd be degrees, so they're missing degrees. I don't think you have to type that in. Yeah. Okay, number 21. Word problem with perimeter again. 21. The perimeter of a triangle is 25 meters. So the perimeter of a triangle is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. The perimeter in this case is 25. 25 equals, the first side is 7 meters longer than the, oh my gosh. So if we're comparing everything to the third side, the third side C, we're going to call X. The first side A is 7 meters longer, so that is going to be X plus 7 for A. Okay, because it's 7 meters longer than the third side. The second side is 4 times the length of the third side, so 4 times x, 4 times the length of the third side. Man, that freaking pad is moving. That's really annoying. So slippery. Okay. Playing on a slippery surface. My tablet pad that I'm writing on is moving on me underneath everything. Alright, so x plus 7 plus 4x plus x 25 equals x plus 4x plus x is 6x plus 7. That's step 1 done. Step 2, move the constants over to their own side. 18. 18 equals 6x. Step 3 is done. Step 4, divided by the coefficient. Hey, look at that. X equals 3. But x is the third number. The variable expression for the third side of the triangle, or third side, I mean, is 3. Oh no! Type the expression using x as the variable. Type an expression using x. Oh, okay. What x? Man, I freaking answered that so long ago. The expression for the first side is x plus 7, because I wrote it down right here. X plus 7. And the third one is 4x. 4x. Alright. Weird how I predicted that. Is that it? Oh man, I've solved it and everything. I didn't have x plus 7 for it. I had that done so early, and I guess I should read the question before I move on to solving for x, huh? What a waste of work. Okay, perimeter of a triangle. Okay, this one we actually solved for how many meters? Okay, 23. Perimeter of a triangle is 16 meters. So perimeter of the triangle equals first side plus second side plus third side. So the perimeter, it says, is 16 meters. Done. Got it. First side is 4 meters longer than the third side. So we're going to call the third side x. If we're 4 meters longer than the third side, x plus 4. And b is third side 4. Huh. This looks like the previous problem I just did. Except I had 25. Darn. 16 equals x plus 4 plus 4x plus x. 16 equals x, 4x, and x is 6x's plus 4, subtract 4, we have 12 equals 6x, divide by 6, and we have 2 equals x. So the third side is x, or in this case 2. The first side is x plus 4, so 2 plus 4 is 6. And the third side is 4 times 2, which is 8. Third side right there. And done. It's loading. Okay. 25. Do I have any room? Nope. Don't have any room. Let's go back to the top. Select all. Delete. Starting over. 25. 7y plus 3 minus 4y equals 18. First step. Simplify by combining like terms on the same side. That is 7 minus 4y. 7 minus 4 is 3y plus 3 equals 18. Step 2. Move the constants on one side. Done. Minus 3 minus 3. 3y equals 18. Step 3 is done. Step 4. Divide by the coefficient, which is 3. Y equals 6. The answer. Oh no. Oh no. Did I copy it wrong? Nope. 7 minus 4 is 3y. Oh, right there. Look at that. Look at that. Wrong number here. I don't know why I didn't fix it. 18 minus 3 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. The answer is not a 6, it is a 5. That's why you always write your work neat so you can find your mistake easily and fix it without too much work. Without starting over, of course. More review looks like down to 27. The last problem, x over 4 plus x over 12 equals 8 is a equation with fractions. We're going to multiply by the LCD, which is 12 in this case. 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 12 divided by 12 is 1. And 12 times 8 is pretty tough. Do that on the side. 12 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Carry the 1. 8, 9, 96. Combine like terms. Step 1, 4x equals 96. 2 and 3 are done. Step 4 is divide by the coefficient. X equals 24, I believe. Let's see if it's right. 24. There we go. We did it. All done. Well, all the odds are done at least. That should get you guys started. Or makes it so in case you get stuck, you can always find your problem or find a similar problem pretty easily. They're all pretty similar, so this should help you guys. How long did it take me? 27 minutes. Woo. Alright. See you guys in class.